Hey everyone, Coach Eric here. Thanks for tuning in. Here's a great view, a view I use a lot with my players. This is one of my young guns, incoming freshman, going in to play college golf. And this view gives me a great idea of what's going on with the center of pelvis. And you can see I have him in my body box, and I've got an orange line representing his center of pelvis. And you'll see the yellow line on the left side, which I'll go over in just a minute. And I also have a red line going up his trail leg at an angle. And we're going to talk a little bit about what the center of pelvis does here and what I look for in my players, and something we call gapping. So as we start to take the club away, you can see that at address, which is kind of cool from this view. You can see the ball position. We always have a system for ball position depending on the club that we're using. You can see that he's got this shaft tilted forward just slightly, okay, leaning towards the center of the golf swing, which would be, for us, is always the armpit. Okay, so you can see that. Let me take the green away. All right. Now, as Tommy starts to move the club away, what I want you to notice is a little bit of a shift in the center of mass, a little bit of a shift there. But what you can see here as we get into P2, position number 2, where the shaft is parallel to the ground, right about here is where we're going to stop it and check it. Okay, you can see Tommy's center of pelvis has moved from the orange line to the yellow. This is how Tommy's going to stay centered. So he's moving around his center, and you can see that the red line back in here, now a green line, you can see him creating a little bit more space, and that's what we call gapping. So his trail hip is going to gap and actually rotate away from that original line. So let's keep this moving here. You can see as he starts to move, we get to the top. You can see that type of pelvic movement and the extension in his spine is allowing Tommy to stay centered over the golf ball. You can see he stays well into the box. But what I want you to notice here is the gapping, the space between the original red line and his trail hip and where it is at the top of his swing in what we call position 4, P4. And as he starts back down, what's interesting, he's going to start down. He's got a lateral shift, but he still maintains his shift and into the box. Okay, you can see his pelvis, where the center of pelvis is here. And as he gets down into the P6 delivery position, you can see that his pelvis is still moving forward and around. He's going to start going into his right side bend. He's got tilted hips, tilted shoulders here through impact. And just past exit, you can see where his pelvis is. And if we hit it, if we come back just a little bit to impact area, you can see that his center of pelvis is still well ahead. This is how we've gotten Tommy to control his low point. He used to be very shallow, very tilted to the right, almost excess side bend into his really good finish. So keep an eye on the center of pelvis, keep an eye on the extension in your spine, and keep an eye on your trail hip gapping for better ball striking. Watch out for this guy to win a few collegiate events. Good job, Tommy.